Good morning, my people. Good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Let's Talk TV. Yes, my people, we are back again to give you hot gist on waiting the sup at the moment. My people, that is what it is. So, my people, if you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications. Make you dey be among the first set of people where they get our news anytime where we drop them, so that you go they get them. Bojum as they drop them too. If you're also getting this, then you should also like and subscribe and share to every other person. Make be only you go they get this news. My people, the latest one where we they get for here, where they hot everybody be say yes, PM BRGIE Simon Èkpá Njoko has gone viral once again as he goes to meet foreign bodies and international bodies. To register the Biafra nation. My people, it is a big thing. It is not a regular thing that is being done. But I believe it is one of the important movements. It is one of the important steps that is being taken to make sure that the Biafra movement keeps on going. As we all know, the rate of things in this particular country that we found ourselves now, which is the state their so-called Jagaban has put the country into, has put the whole country on another landslide, has put their country on a decline, and because of that, a whole lot of things have changed in the country. If you are listening to this now, you would obviously find out that things are not the way it used to be, or things that are normally good or better are worse at this particular point. Things have never been good in this country, but at this particular point, looking at the way the country is going, you would tell me, in fact, you don't need to tell anybody to come to the understanding that things will get worse, because within the space of 6 to 7 months, this particular man don't turn everything upside down. And of course, you would get to find out that it would become a whole lot worse as time goes on. And so at this particular point, the movement that are being made by the PMBRGIE is as important as it would ever be. And so the movement towards getting the foreign bodies or countries on our side, registering our name, Biafra Nation, to everybody or every nation we get in touch with is important. And as he does this, my people, it is a sign that we are moving forward. It is a sign that we are not wasting our time. It's a sign that the Biafra Liberation Army that has been going on clashes back to back with the Nigerian army or the Nigerian terrorists, it is not a joke. And they are actually fighting for something worth fighting for. Of course, the passion we already have because of the people that have already fought this war the last time, and they lost their life in the process. We cannot come and lose. We cannot come and give up, rather. Giving up is not an option. We have decided to make sure that no matter what else that comes against us, no matter what these people put against us, we will surely succeed. The propaganda by this federal government, by the IPOP DOS, by every single thing they put against us, coining everything to be the fault of what is happening in the southeast, because that is what their matter is. At this particular point, they always wake up and they coin things and blame it on the Biafra Liberation Army. And when blaming it on the Biafra Liberation Army, they also blame it on PMBRGIE. They would always tag it as the foreign-based Finland Biafran. Finland man, Simon Èkpá, is among the people causing mayhem or unrest in the southeast states. How will someone outside the country that is only fighting for the Biafran army, that is only fighting for the coming of Biafra, now be causing unrest in the same states he says that he wants to save, or against the same people he says or he's saying that he wants to save? This would clearly mean that he is lying, and which is not the truth. We can clearly see the conventions happening. And every single thing that is happening at this particular point pointing towards the movement and how the movement will directly move forward, and being done by this same man that we are claiming that he's against the Biafra movement, he's against this, he's against that he's against this, that he's causing unrest in Southeast, he's doing this, he's doing that. Like, people, I just want you to know that it's not possible. None of it is even close to being possible, because he is working tirelessly. The amount of people they send against him, the amount of people that have wanted his arrest, even the time when they succeeded one way or another, they said there was a rumor that he was arrested and then he was released, and everything that comes up, it all ends up to be a lie. It all ends up to be false. It all ends up not happening because this man is protected by the Finland government, and the Finland government is in support of everything he's doing. And I would like to tell you that even the Finland government would know they would not support anybody that would be causing unrest in another state, and they will not even let him stay in their country if they found out that, or if they know that this particular man, this is what he's doing. But they know the fight, they know the roots of every single thing, and so because of that, they are supporting him. This particular movement is not a movement that anyone can just wake up and do and go to a foreign state and stay. If you are that kind of person that you are doing that side of thing, be rest assured that the country would investigate you before allowing you to stay there, especially in a country like Finland. If a Finland country would investigate you to be sure that nothing of such is going on, or that you're not causing any of such, that whatever you're doing is actually up to your right and is what you can rightfully do, which I am sure that they have done properly on him, and they have verified that this particular person is doing nothing, just like the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was doing absolutely nothing wrong but fighting for the movement. But of course, this particular thing is what they would use to sway people in Nigeria. They would use to sway Igbo people in Nigeria, make them think that he's the worst enemy of all, and say so many rubbish against him. I would even come up and say that since he's outside the country, he should come back. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the few times he came back to Nigeria, the very first time he came back, they arrested him. That was the first thing they did. And you expect him or anybody fighting for their freedom to come back to Nigeria. It's not possible. If we have a history of letting people that are fighting for their nation be in the country and be safe and every other thing without getting arrested, then the possibility of them coming back or staying or being protected in their state is there. But then any time that this set of people find themselves or get themselves in the country, they are arrested. Do you expect the PM, Simon Èkpá, not to learn from the previous things that had happened and decide to be in a state that would really, really protect him from anything that is going on? Of course, he has found that state, and that state or that country is Finland, and that is why he's with the Finnish government. And as well, it has ended up that the main president or the person in charge at this point has ended up to be a very close friend of his, close to his best friend. And they are all working towards everything that would make sure that the Biafra movement is something that actually works out at the end, and not just something that people would hear about and not know what is happening. But my people, what I am here to remind you of is that this movement is as real as anything should be. The movement that is being made by the PMBRGIE is one of the biggest and one of the most valued by the true Biafrans that know the fight, that the fight is real, and that if you stop fighting, the day we stop fighting is the day we start ending whatever it is we want for ourselves. And so this is what is expected of Biafrans, not to avoid, not to ignore, not to lay down or to forget whatever it is. You're expected to do the needful. Stand steadfast, be ready at any point in time, because you do not know what's next and what is going to happen next. And so you are expected to be strong, and do the needful. Every single thing. I don't believe there's anything you're passing through now that people in the past that fought for this particular freedom have not passed through, that did not pass through. There are those that went through the main civil war, and there was a war, a real war. And it so happened that at the end, since we are still in one Nigeria, you would call it the fact that we lost. But of course, we are going at it again, and we are going to win. We are hoping that the best would happen. in our coming off and doing the needful things that we need to do. And so, my people, it is one of the important things that we need to do with anything that concerns Biafra movement. And so that is what it is. So yes, my people, this is what we'll come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.